Hey, Silver Squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. Oh, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you like making money, this channel's for you. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Today, I'm going to be talking about Silver Squeeze, and I'm going to show you some technical charts to show you how this thing is squeezing. We're squeezing into and tightening up into a resistance line. I'm going to show you all that. So if you guys are out there thinking about buying metals, if you're thinking about buying, let's say, some silver producing companies, maybe this data can help you out. It's helping me out, getting a big picture view, kind of dialing in and getting a better, clearer picture of what the technical charts are telling us. And it looks pretty good in my opinion. So let's dive in. Let's look at the charts. I call this Silver Squeeze presentation. And I think you guys might be pretty interested in it. So here's my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice, but simply financial education on technical chart reading. I'm only expressing my own opinions for financial education and telling everyone what my actions are, and do not advocate positions in these companies for anyone else but myself. So I just want to make this completely clear. This is not financial advice. So first, I'm going to show you a silver chart. This is a very big picture view of silver. And what we see here is a lead-in, a gigantic cup, and then we've got a handle pattern forming right now. We're at about where the tip of this arrow is at, somewhere in this range in here, getting closer to 30 bucks. And we're heading on up to create this handle portion. This handle goes all the way in the 40s. This is the price projections kind of way up here on a logarithmic style chart. It could be, $700 or so. I mean, that's right where this dotted line is for a target. So it's a lot of upside potential in silver. So let's zoom in a little bit in this region over here. So I've zoomed in just a teeny bit. This is a weekly chart. We're still zoomed out, but we're zoomed in from a 50-year perspective. And I've drawn trend lines all over this place. We broke out of this major trend line here to the upside, and then we pulled back, which looks like to this bottom trend line coming across. And we're about to come and test this high right here. So let's zoom in on this section here to see what silver's doing. So we zoomed in. Again, we're still on the weekly chart to see what this thing looks like. We broke out of this area through here, nice clean break, and then we're creating what looks to be like a bowl-shaped pattern. And maybe this is a cup, and maybe we put a little handle in. Maybe it's doing this handle right here, or maybe we do a bigger handle, right here. But it looks like we're compressing up against this. Now, one thing that I want you guys to see here is we've got a lot of volume coming through here. We've got a low, a higher low, and a higher low. So we're coming up and compressing up against this. We'll call it resistance area up here. So we're compressing up into it. We're also seeing a contraction. So if we see this large down day, we come up and across, and we see a smaller down day here than this one, the body size of the candle. And then we've got a little down day right here. This is actually a down week, I should say. A little down week. And eventually, I think this is going to punch through and move to the upside. So let's zoom in on this section here, looking at the daily charts instead of the weekly charts. So this is looking at silver, the price of silver on a daily chart basis. We have a lead in here, and we create this bowl shape. You can see we've got wicks on the bottom. There's a lot of buyers down here. We've got an increasing, so we've got a low, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low. We're moving up with higher lows into this resistance area. We've got a nice contraction area in here. Now, here's something else to notice. We've got the up days coming up. We've got a nice little pullback. We move up. This is the manipulation day that everyone talks about, because this was going to be a breakout. And we can't have a breakout. Oh, no, not yet. So they manipulated it back down. We came up, came across, came up a little bit, come across. Now we could develop a handle here. This could be a cup, and it could be a handle that develops here. We don't know if it's going to develop a handle or if this thing's just going to break out. I don't know that. I don't think anyone knows that. But we could develop a handle here and do a little bit of a handle. Potentially. We'll see. But we're compressing up with the where the buyers are pushing this thing right into and compressing up into this resistance line right here. And you can see it with the contraction of all the candlesticks here. Contracts down, backs down, contract, little up day, little down days. The buyers and sellers are fighting each other right at this resistance level. And once those sellers wear themselves out, once they flush all the sellers out, the buyers do, we're going to see a large price move to the upside, I think, once those sellers are exhausted. So that's what silver looks like. Now, what are some ways that you can play this move? This is my opinion. This is not financial advice. So here's a couple of companies that I like. Mag Silver, it's right here. It broke to the upside of this large pattern, and it's just sitting there above the pattern. I like buying above chart patterns like this. I think it's a very good thing to do, to buy it and cost average in when it's above these patterns. Now, this is a big picture view. This is a multi-year, over a decade-long view at this, and it's on a weekly basis. So this is a good long-term investment to stick some of my money in, to sit at the top of a chart breakout with silver compressing up, looking like it's going to make all-time, new, to move to the upside and eventually take out its all-time highs. First Majestic's in the same situation. We broke out to the upside. We kind of came back to back test. And I like buying on the back test. I like buying in these areas. I think it's a very low risk, very high reward spot to be cost averaging in money for myself. And again, Endeavor Silver. Endeavor has a lot of leverage. This is, again, over a decade-long pattern. We've got the downtrend here. It broke the downtrend, and we're just kind of sitting there. If you zoom in on this, which I didn't in this presentation, the chart looks excellent for Endeavor Silver. We've got very nice big up days. We've got bullish engulfing there. It looks fantastic on a short-term basis. So I like EXK because of breaking this large pattern, and then even the technicals on the short term look great. So let's look at this is a smaller company. Discovery Metals is an exploration company, and this thing is like a silent breakout happening. Nobody knows about it. We got this nice big move up. We've got this kind of bowl-shaped pattern. We've got higher lows stepping into this resistance line. And I didn't look to see what it did today, but it's almost like this thing's breaking out and ready to go. So Discovery Metals might be a kind of a leader here. We know that First Majestic, Mag Silver, EXK broke out of their large patterns, but it looks like Discovery Metals of the exploration companies is a leader of the exploration group. And this one's looking fantastic to move to the upside, I think, especially if silver goes. I think all these are going to explode higher. And here's MMNGF, Metallic Minerals, another explorer of silver. We do have a pullback here. So, I mean, it's good to buy and kind of get some money in these for myself. I cost average in these pullbacks here. So silver's looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, the price of silver, we're coming right up to that bull, that resistance line with the bull shape, and it's just squeezing up right in the middle or right at the edge or tip of that bull pattern. Are we going to break and move to the upside and then do like a little back test above the pattern? Or are we going to create a little handle right next to it? I don't have the answer for you, but I think we're getting very close. And I think if you guys like silver, I think now is kind of the time to start thinking about positioning and how you want to play it. It's before the breakout. This is the time that I would be purchasing, putting on trades or buying physical metal or whatever it is. Now would be the time, I think, over the next, if it develops a handle, you've got a little bit more time to execute whatever you want to execute. But I don't know if we have that time or not. I don't know. We might just see a breakup, and then maybe it comes up, back test one last time, and then moves up. Tough to say, but we're squeezing up right now, and that typically means that something's going to break. I think it's going to break to the upside, and we're right there. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Do you think we're going to have a breakout right now? Do you think we're going to develop that little handle pattern? You think they're going to hold it down through the end of February? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Give me a thumbs up for this presentation. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't know what you're waiting for. And, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, guys. This is Finding Value.